This is Real News Media TV, coverage you can trust. Please like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Select all for daily news updates. Man listed as person of interest in suspected abduction of 9-year-old. The St. Thomas police have named Davian Bryan as a person of interest in the suspected abduction of 9-year-old Felisa Prusia. Prusia was reported missing by her mother on Thursday, October 14. Senior Superintendent Stephanie Lindsay confirmed with the news that Felisa, who has been missing since yesterday, is suspected to have been abducted. CCTV footage shared on social media showed a tall, dark figure walking alongside a child who is believed to be Felisa. Felisa is of brown complexion, slim build, and about 137 centimeters, or 4 feet 6 inches tall. The police said she was last seen at home wearing a white blouse and blue shorts. She has not been heard from since. Bryan is being asked to report to the Morant Bay Police immediately. Police accused of abusing father and son in Franklin Town. Public anger at the police's use of force to arrest a man and his son in Top Road in Franklin Town, Kingston on Thursday escalated into a fiery protest and roadblock, during which residents voiced a strong condemnation over the actions of the lawmen. Anytime the police them come here, them taking set on the people them who been here all the while. We tired of it now. We can't go no more, one male eyewitness told the news. In a video obtained by our news team, a masked police officer is seen using a baton to hit a young man who had allegedly earlier resisted the lawman's attempt to conduct a search of his pockets. Another man is said to be the father of the young man held onto him to apparently shield him from any further beatings by the officer. "A little boy that you know, a foolishness," shouted one woman. "Murder! Murder! Murder!" screamed the other women on the scene as the lawmen surrounded the two resisting males. The residents and the police continued to engage in a heated argument over the attempts to arrest both males. The mother of the younger man told the news that her son was eventually arrested and taken to the Elletson Road police station. "I hear the noise, and when me come round here, me see one of the policemen a pepper spray me son. So me ask him, away my pepper spray me pitney for? You don't have no reason for you do that," she said. Up to the time of publication, it was not ascertained whether the two males have been charged for any offense arising from Thursday's incident. The male eyewitness recounted that the police visited the community that morning and inquired if a house in the area belonged to a man known as Bull. In addition, the witness said the police asked him whether he was paying Bull rent. The man shared that he told the officer that he was not paying any rent to Bull, but instead to arrest the man up the road. "The police them search the yard finished and went out here. When them went out here comes Bull coming up the road on him bicycle. Him don't do anything, him just coming up the road," he explained. "An officer went up to him and decided to search him, right? And all he said to the officer is, 'Lego me bag, make me come off of the bicycle first.' Same time, him little son is there, standing up, them shoving away his son from him. One of the police them take up a piece of something like a whip and start to beat the young man with the whip," the man alleged. Some residents are also alleging that they were pepper sprayed during the incident. Meanwhile, the man expressed his frustration at what he said was police taking set on the residents of Top Road in Franklin Town. "When them down the road they saw, them come up here, come fire the shot them up here. We tired of it now. The person who control the police them need to let go now. Let go. Everything will happen with them take set pan up here so," declared the Top Road resident. Another resident of the area described the situation as a total disgrace, claiming that the police were taking sides. "Right now, I'm fed up of this thing. Totally fed up. We want police to come and do police work and not come and have side. No," he said. "The people are living in fear because of what is going on. So please, I want the law enforcement to do something about this," he appealed. For her part, Charmaine Daniels, the councillor for the Almond Town division, in which Franklin Town is situated, upbraided the police for their actions during the altercation with the residents. "What happened today shouldn't happen, and as much as I condemn criminal activity in every shape and form, this not have nothing to do with criminality," she declared. This what happened today is not good for the community. Police can't just go around and tear gas people so. It's not like a stream of people are come down on them for them do that. It's not like we are war against the police, she continued. Daniels, in the meantime, urged the police to rebuild their trust with the citizens of the area, noting that good community policing is the way to go in any community. We need back proper community policing in Franklin Town, more so in the inner city. If we have it on the table and use the program of the community policing in communities, trust me, it will bring back a healthy lifestyle. It can be corrected because it usually worked and we enjoyed the partnership with the police, she asserted. She added the police need to build back some trust with residents because it cannot continue like this. It's not hooligan alone live in Franklin Town. You have decent law-abiding citizens. This is not supposed to happen again. Communication is key and community policing is the way forward to fight crime and violence in a community, the Almond Town councillor said. NCB to meet with workers' union on vaccination policy. The management of the National Commercial Bank has reportedly agreed to talks with the union representing its employees over a potentially contentious new COVID-19 policy. The meeting was scheduled for 1:30 p.m. today, Chairman of the NCB Staff Association Paul Stewart revealed yesterday. The association requested a meeting on Wednesday, hours after NCB announced the policy in a memo circulated to staff. The policy requires employees to share their vaccination cards with department heads by October 31 as proof that they are either partially or fully vaccinated. Employees who are not vaccinated by October 31 will be required to submit a legitimate negative PCR COVID test done at their expense every Wednesday starting November 3. Unvaccinated employees who do not provide a current PCR test and consequently are unable to attend work will be required to take the days on which they are absent as unpaid leave, the memo said. But the NCB Staff Association said it has several concerns about the policy and described its imposition as premature. Stewart said the association would be seeking to have the policy withdrawn. The premature imposing of compulsory vaccination would only serve to undermine confidence and trust in the management, Stewart said in a memo to staff. NCB, the island's largest commercial bank, joins a growing list of private sector companies including Digicel, CariMed, CVM TV, Qualcare Jamaica and others that have implemented a similar COVID policy. But Labour Minister Carl Samuda told the news last week that there is no provision at the moment that enables a company to implement a mandatory requirement that people take the vaccine. Electronic testing and absenteeism on the rise for CXC. The Caribbean Examinations Council has reported an increase in the use of electronic testing in the sitting of June-July exams. Director of Operations Dr. Nicole Manning said 27% more Caribbean Advanced Proficiency Examination candidates utilized the facility when compared to last year. For the Caribbean Secondary Education Certificate, there was an increase of 84%. There are challenges that were experienced with internet access, power outages, and the incorrect version of the secure browser. However, CXC worked with the centers and no candidate would have been affected negatively, Manning said during a ceremony to launch the official release of results. In her presentation, Manning shared that Cape recorded the highest level of absenteeism in the last 4 years. Approximately 8.3% of students did not turn up for exams in June and July. In 2020, just under 4% of the students were absent. Similarly, there was a high level of absenteeism among CSEC students, 11.23%. Only 5.3% of the students were absent last year. Just over 1,200 deferrals for Cape subject entries were submitted and 15,179 for CSEC. So far, 4,179 students have registered to sit their exams in January 2022, while 7,720 have opted for June 2022. CXC is awaiting responses from 3,280 students. Registration closes on November 5. Meanwhile, CXC Registrar and the CEO Dr. Wayne Wesley said the regional examination body has not been immune from the effects of COVID-19. In recognition of this, CXC is now implementing a new 5-year strategic plan for the period of 2021 to 2025. The vision is to create a digitally transformed enterprise providing quality, relevant, and globally recognized educational services, Wesley said. To this end, he said, the strategic plan represents a structured system of transformation. The strategic plan includes the use of artificial intelligence, digitalization, and inclusive decision-making. No longer should we be making plans and operating in a vacuum. We don't want to return to what we saw last year, with the region making a lot of queries and concerns because of the lack of communication and understanding of the process, Wesley said. He said the digital transformation of the education system would be an enabler for operational flexibility, but was not to be viewed as a panacea. It cannot solve everything. Other interventions, such as psychosocial interventions, are critical, he remarked. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Select all for daily news updates.